was a little painful, but it pays off. Social sites was distracting, so I stayed off. Spoke to God, then me and Satan had a face off. I swear my life was like a rocket, then it takes off. First I plotted, then I got it, couldn't wait long.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone for a touchback, so that will come out now to the 25-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Great 15. 81. Great 15.
Wentz now on first down. Brought in over the middle by Bland. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Adams. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Come on.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Wentz to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Wentz will try again on 2nd down. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Kyler Fackrell coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
82.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And he's going to go down again. Kyler Fackrell in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times when they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
Now a play fake here on first down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Just one catch for him last week in the wild card win, but getting involved early here and picks up the first. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
All right. Blue 58.
On second down, it's Jones. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Defensively, it was Avonte Maddox with the tackle. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. On play action, now Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. In the wild card win last week, he had just 2 catches, and now he's got his first one here.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on there heals a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, to have that dagger play, to have that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. The left side throw complete to Adams. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, 44 yards. And the Packers have taken the early lead. I think that's the dream start right there. The defense stands up on the opening drive, then they go right down the field and score.
It's a positive start for your offense and your defense. And when you're talking about playoff football, what a great way to get things going.
Everything is magnified and amped up a little bit more.
To put it mildly.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
On first down, Wentz. It's complete to Golden Tate. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Come on now. Come on now. Let's go. Great, great.
Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down.
Come on now. Come on now. Let's go. Black, black.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Josh Jackson, the former Iowa Hawkeye, made the play defensively.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now Wentz drops it off to Ajayi. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Come on now. Come on now. Let's go. Black, black. Come on. Liz.
From midfield, here's Wentz. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. 50 yards. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. He'll buy some time right. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Now Rodgers. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey,
second down. Montgomery pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. Rodgers going to go on fourth down. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call.
Wentz now on first down. Caught on the right side by Adams. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. On play action, Wentz flush to his right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On second down, here's Wentz. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Jake Ryan in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Here we go. Waiting. Great. Let's 5-2. Drag it.
Throwing is Wentz. This complete left side to Aguilar. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. 1:59 to go in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a fourth quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this go around.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play here, where people are studying the number of possessions, how many times you should go for it, what position it leaves your team in. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that creeping into the NFL game.
I think we've seen it in other sports, maybe into the NFL now as well. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Malcolm Jenkins up to make the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Buying time to his left. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Over here.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the ball comes loose. It is picked up by the Eagles. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there.
81. Black, come on.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. Throw left side complete. That's Adams. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Hang in there now. Let's go, Greg.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. And on 3rd and inches, we're going to get a whistle and a timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Greg.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Elliott puts this one through. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Hey, 626.
On play action, Rodgers. He sets to fire deep. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to go for a big play downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
Hey, check 26.
On third down, Rodgers escaping the pressure right. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. It's a big play for the Pack on third. 59 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on first and 10. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And did he get the feet down? No. They'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20. Now Rodgers to throw again, being chased out left. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. The Packers on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers have drawn even here with the extra point to come. Zerline good with a PAT. And that will put them on top here in the third. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a little dangerous there, almost a penalty, but it does get into the end zone before going over the sideline for a touchback. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game, a chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
81.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And an alley to run. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Black, come on.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Grant. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
on now.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Wentz to throw. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Trying to lay one up deep. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Wentz now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it, no yardage. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. And here he's got Grant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That'll put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. Wentz now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
82, 82.
On play action, it's Wentz. Brought in over the middle by Graham. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. Flushed out right. And that's incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Wentz will try again on 2nd down. Ertz over the middle. And down inside the 15 he goes. An Eagle first down, Wentz to Ertz.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
This will be counted about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. Jay Ajayi taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. Elliott good with a PAT. And that gives him a 3-point lead. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
319! 319!
On play action. Now Rodgers. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a toss play. It's Ajayi. And he spins past him and into space. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jay Ajayi with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. He's having a nice little game. Maybe already has an eye on that third touchdown.
And how about what our producer, Christian McLeod, likes to say when they've scored touchdowns like this? He's put a tent up in Touchdown City.
Elliott now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The 40, 20, 10. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Ty Montgomery, 75 yards. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. Zerline connects on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Here's Tate to return. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each ending in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack? Or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Here we go. 120.
Throwing now is Wentz. Drops it off to Ajayi. Ajayi's gonna go. The 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Philadelphia. Ajayi saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Packers are back within a score. Zerline good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. Now Wentz. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast.
Man, it's caught inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one goes for 36 yards. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Here we go, back man. 120.
They'll toss it to Ajayi. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. On 2nd down, here's Wentz. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Elliott good on the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. A good start there on this fourth quarter drive. They need more of what we just saw.
Down a couple of scores. There's still time. All right, it's not like they're totally...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Rasul Douglas picks it. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. The drive will start with an option going left. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. And now just 3 seconds before the 2-minute warning, they're going to call a timeout here defensively. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They run again with Ajayi. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. He'll return it from the 6. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. And now the Packers get set to go. Back to throw, Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And he'll actually lose about 7 yards on the return, but they have possession of the football on the turnover. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Wentz to throw. Completes it to Aguilar. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Oh, a quarterback sneak on 2nd down. The sneak good for 2, but it's still going to set up a 3rd down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. As they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And they'll try and burn some clock with the sneak. He'll wind up getting 2 on the sneak, but he was hoping for more than that, and it's 4th down.
Well, they gave it a shot, quarterback sneak. Not able to get it.
No, but if you're going to call a QB sneak on 3rd down, you draw it up to get it.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Maybe they were thinking 4-down territory.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. He'll field this at the 5. So possession goes over here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit 000. Now Rodgers. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Derek Barnett in there to sack him for a loss of 6. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially